What are the Social Security benefit changes that have happened so far in 2025? And is Congress going to do anything meaningful to help seniors this year? And it's May. Have you received your Social Security check yet? If you haven't, I have the payment schedule that I'm going to share with you. And then finally, I'm going to walk you through 7 of the best senior discounts of 2025. There is a lot to cover. And I'm going to talk to you about what Congress is doing or looking at to realistically increase Social Security benefits this year for seniors. There's been a lot of talk about helping seniors, but nothing has really come to fruition that really impact your Social Security benefits. And so I'm going to talk to you about what is being looked at by Congress to make the lives of seniors better this year. I am Kwame Kwade. I am an entrepreneur and personal finance expert. For 15 years, I've been creating content to help seniors get the retirement benefits they deserve. I am also an adjunct professor. I teach finance to graduate students at one of the most prestigious universities in the country. If you're new here, I appreciate your support. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and do me a favor. I want to know where you're watching this broadcast from. Go into the comment section and let me know your city and your state. But let's dive in. There's been 7 big changes to Social Security this year, and I want to talk to you about. But before that, I want to give you what's coming next. Once I talk about the 7 changes, I'm going to talk about the 7 proposals in front of Congress to change the lives of seniors regarding Social Security. A lot has been said. What is really going to make it? I want to talk to you about that. And then finally, I have 7 best senior discounts for 2025. There's a lot to cover. Stay with me. The first change that happened, obviously, is the COLA increase that was so disappointing. Your Social Security increase went up by $50 on average, and that was a lot of disappointment to seniors. The second change that happened is that the maximum amount for full retirement age went up. So if you are retiring this year, at your full retirement age, the maximum benefit you can get is $4,018. And the income subject to Social Security taxes also went up. It went up from $168,000 to $176,100. It means that if you make up to $176,100, you are going to pay Social Security taxes. If you are on disability benefits, this is for you. If you are not paying attention to the substantial gainful activity limit, that is going to run you into trouble. So for this year, it is $1,620 for those that are non-blind, and then it is $2,700 for the blind. What does that mean? It means that you cannot work and make more than that amount. Otherwise, you may jeopardize your disability benefits. A lot of changes happened in Medicare. Medicare Part B premiums went up to about $185 a month, which is taken out of your Social Security check each month. And then there is an out-of-pocket cost for Medicare Part D. Your drug benefits have been capped at $2,000. It means that if you are paying for expensive drugs and you reach that $2,000 limit for covered drugs, then Medicare takes over. Change number 6, if you are currently receiving Social Security before your full retirement age, you have to pay attention to the earnings limit. It is $23,400 this year. It means that if you make more than that this year and you are under your full retirement age and you are getting Social Security benefits, for every $2 you go above that limit, you're going to lose $1 of your benefits. If this year is your full retirement age, then you can work up to $62,160 and not lose any of your benefits. But if you go over that $3, for every $3 you go over that, you will lose $1 of your benefit. And then finally, the 7th change that happens this year is that the full retirement age year went up by 2 months. So if you are born in 1959 and you're retiring this year, your full retirement age is 66 years and 10 months. Why does that matter? Your full retirement age is the age at which you get all the Social Security benefits you have paid into and have earned. So next year is going to go permanently to 67 years. Now, there is a lot of activity in Congress about Social Security, and everybody's telling you there's going to be a Social Security increase, there's going to be a stimulus. All those are clickbait. I'm going to tell you what is actually happening in Congress and what bills are being looked at that realistically have a chance to get in passed, and which of those bills actually are going to help increase your Social Security benefits. So let's talk about it. So there's 7 proposals that are being presented in Congress right now, and I'll share all of them with you. The first one is the Social Security Expansion Act. This would put $200 a month increase in your pocket, whether you are getting Social Security or disability benefits. The Social Security Expansion Act, introduced by Senator Sanders, Warren, and others, would boost Social Security benefits by $2,400 a year. That is an extra $200 a month into your pocket. And that is going to help a lot because a lot of seniors are living less than $17,500 a year, which is barely making it. So putting $200 a month into your pocket is going to help a lot of people. It may not be a lot, but it's better than the $50 cost of living adjustment you received this year. So this is one of the bills that I think that has a very good chance of getting passed because a lot of seniors are struggling and a lot of people in Congress are considering ways to boost Social Security benefits. And this is one of the proposals, the Social Security Act, that I think has a chance of passing. The second one, which is very important, is the new minimum benefit for low income earners. There are some people who are earning Social Security, but because they worked in low wage jobs, they are getting the minimum benefit, and that is barely making it. So this bill will increase the minimum benefit by $500 on average. So if you are getting less than the poverty level, let's say you're making about less than $15,000 in Social Security benefits a year, you are probably at the minimum. This bill will boost your Social Security benefits so that nobody who has paid into Social Security will get less than 125% of the federal poverty level, which will mean that you get an extra $6,000 a year into your pocket if you are getting the minimum benefit. Now, proposal number 3, and I'm reporting this to you because I'm telling you everything that's happening. I'm not telling you that everything that's happening may necessarily be good, but these are some of the things they are looking at because there is a Social Security trust fund issue that they are trying to solve because in 2033, you're going to get a 21% cut if nothing is done to fix Social Security. So one of the ways they're trying to fix that problem is to increase the retirement age to 69 from 67. But here's the thing. This will impact low income earners more than the rich or the middle class. And so there's a lot of pushback against this. So this is one of the bills that you should watch out for. There is a move to increase Social Security retirement age to 69. The next one is to cut COLA. Cost of living adjustment is already low. They are trying to reduce that. This is also to help solve the Social Security trust fund problem. I don't think this is a good idea. So this is one of the things you should be paying attention to because they may want to do this. The fifth one, I think, has, is probably a good idea for them to do. They want to increase the payroll taxes rate so that they can bring in more Social Security money so that the Social Security trust fund will not run out of money. So they want to increase the Social Security tax rate from 6.2% to 6.5% over a 6-year period. Now, this is going to affect all wage earners and has very popular support across party lines. 75% of Democrats, 88% of Democrats, 85% of Republicans support it. So this one has a good chance of getting passed. That is the increase the payroll tax rate. Another proposal is to remove the Social Security cap. I don't know why this was not done a long time ago. Basically, right now, if you're making $176,100, you pay Social Security taxes on that earnings. If you make more than that, you don't pay Social Security taxes on anything above $176,100. This bill will remove the cap so that everybody pays Social Security taxes on higher income that they are making. This makes sense. It will affect 4% of the population, but increase the Social Security Trust Fund's lifespan by 75 years. This is one of the most solid proposals out there to bring in more money into the Social Security system. And I'm very hopeful that it will pass because somebody making $500,000 right now will pay $10,000 in Social Security taxes. But under this bill, if they put the new limit at $400,000, this person will pay $31,000 in taxes. So more money will come into the Social Security pot, means that more money will be available to pay seniors the money that they've worked so hard and deserve. The next proposal is to means test Social Security benefits. What does that mean? It means that they would want to give Social Security benefits based on the income that you have. So it will evaluate income levels so that people who are already considered wealthy will get less benefits and then preserve benefits for those who are in the middle and lower class, regardless of how much you paid into the system. That is what means testing means. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. You let me know what you think about this proposal because it's very controversial in how it is being set up. So, but this is one of the bills that is being considered. So, in the whole spectrum of Social Security changes, these are the 7 proposals that are being considered by the Social Security, and the president is being asked to get behind. So I want to hear your comments in the comment section below. What do you think about all these proposals? Now, let's talk about Social Security payment this month. You may already know that the Social Security checks are issued on a particular schedule. The maximum benefit of $5,108 are about to go out for those who are eligible. But as I have mentioned before, not everybody is eligible for the maximum benefit. You have to have paid into Social Security up until age 70 to get the maximum benefit. But if you are retiring this year at your full retirement age and you paid maximum into the system, you're going to get $4,018. And if you are retiring early and you pay the maximum into Social Security, the maximum benefit is $2,710. And the average benefit is $1,925. Now, the Social Security retirement age is going up. I already told you that, so I'm not going to bore you with that. So let's look at the payment schedule for the month. This applies to Social Security retirement benefits and Social Security disability insurance. So you know already, or you may not, if you were born between the 1st and the 10th, you are going to get your check on the 2nd Wednesday. If you were born between the 11th and the 20th, your Social Security or SSDI is paid on the 3rd Wednesday. And if you're born between the 21st and the 31st, your Social Security or SSDI is paid on the 4th Wednesday. And SSI beneficiaries, which is supplemental security income, are paid on the 1st. So here's the payment schedule for May. If you're on Social Security disability benefits or on Social Security retirement benefit, May the 14th, which is next week, Wednesday, will be the first payment for those whose birthday is between the 1st and the 10th. May the 21st is the payment date, which is the 3rd Wednesday for those whose birthday is between the 11th and the 20th. And May the 28th is the payment date for those whose birthday is between the 21st and the 31st. If you are on SSI benefits, you should have received your payment on May the 1st, which is Thursday, and Friday, May the 2nd, was the other payment date. If you live outside the US and you're collecting Social Security benefits, if you receive both SSI and Social Security benefits, if your state pays for your Medicare premium, and if you file for Social Security before 1997, you should have received your payment before on May the 2nd. If you did not get your Social Security benefits, according to this schedule, stay tuned. I'm going to tell you what's happening. Now, there's going to be 2 checks for some people. If you're on SSI benefits, you're going to get 2 checks this month. The first one came in on May the 1st. The second one is going to be on May the 30th. Why are you getting 2 checks? It is because your June payment is being paid early in May. Because June the 1st, which is original payment, is a Saturday. And since Social Security does not pay on Saturday, they will pay you the Friday before, which is May the 30th. So remember, it is not 2 checks for you to spend. It is your June payment being made in May. If you don't get your Social Security benefits this month, there may be a big problem, and it's called overpayment. Overpayment hits about 3 million people a year, and it is where you owe Social Security money because they paid you more money than you were eligible for. And there's been a lot of news about that. The Trump administration increased the repayment collection from 10% to 100%. There was a lot of pushback by you guys. A lot of you guys called your representatives in Congress, and now they have pushed it to 50%. So if you get an overpayment letter starting March the 27th, you are going to lose 50% of your Social Security or disability check, and it's going to be used to pay that overpayment bill until it's paid off. Some people are getting bills of $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 that they owe the Social Security Administration. This is why. And this is why it's important to pay attention to when you're working and receiving Social Security and what the rules are. Now, the Social Security Administration made a big change this month, and it's going to affect everybody. And I think a lot of seniors are not going to like it. So let's talk about it in this Social Security update. So basically, what the Social Security Administration has done is they have putting your Social Security numbers online. So remember, when you apply for a Social Security card, you're going to get a card that you keep and protect because that is an access to everything that is personal about you online. Well, now the Social Security Administration is going to put all 370 million Social Security cards online, and they say it's the most secure way to give you access to your Social Security card or your Social Security number. A lot of experts are saying this is not a good idea. And because there's been major breaches in the last few months that prove that putting Social Security numbers online is a terrible idea. One of those breaches, the National Public Data Breach in 2024, exposed 2.9 billion sources of data, including Social Security numbers. And in the last 6 months alone, there's been 1 billion victims that have been victims of identity theft, or they've had their information exposed. And then there was a healthcare data breach. The Change healthcare breach compromised 100 million medical records, including Social Security numbers. And then hackers links to China and Russia have been repeatedly testing US government systems, exposing outdated systems. The Social Security Administration's aging infrastructure is one of those targets. And so I am not sure why the Social Security Administration, knowing all of this that is happening, would want to put Social Security numbers online. Their reasoning is that it is easier to replace Social Security cards. If you already have it online, then it just cuts down on what it takes to replace the paper cards. But here's the thing. They're assuming that everybody is technologically savvy to be able to navigate secure systems and make sure that their Social Security card is secure. And that is what is not a good idea. So there are 22 million seniors that are immediately at risk. Over 60% of Social Security recipients are age 65 and older may lack the skills to secure their digital Social Security card online. And once your Social Security card online is breached, then you have no way of being able to fix it. And so the Social Security Administration announcing that they are going to put your Social Security card, which you did not ask them to, they're going to put it online for you to access. I think it's a terrible idea. And experts in cybersecurity are saying the same thing because they are looking at all these data breaches and are telling the Social Security Administration this is not a good idea. Former Social Security leaders and cybersecurity professionals warn that the agency's 40-year-old IT infrastructure are not simply equipped to be able to handle this type of system that is needed to protect your Social Security information. So I want to make sure that you guys are aware of this. You can Google it and you will see it in the news. The Social Security Administration is moving ahead to put your Social Security numbers online in a digital wallet for you to be able to access. It may sound good in 2025, but it's going to open 370 million people to the possibility of being hacked and their information being breached. And seniors lose about $1,300 on average due to fraud online. Adults over 60 suffer the highest losses, averaging $1,300 per incident, and 32% are unable to recover any of the stolen funds. Many victims face months or years of financial hardship as a result. In 2024 alone, check this out, 450,000 seniors had their tax returns stolen using fraudulent Social Security number scams. causing months-long delays in receiving their refunds. This can disrupt financial planning and increase stress on retirees. So my point is that this is a terrible idea from the Social Security Administration. I don't know why they want to do this. And if you don't like it, you should call your congressperson or your senator and let them know this is a terrible idea and that it should not be moved forward. Now, let's talk about Social Security and discounts. There's a lot of discounts out there that seniors are not taking advantage of, and I have pulled the 7 best discounts of 2025 that I want to share with you. Let's dig into it. The first discount I want to share with you is Amazon Prime. Did you know that if you have government benefits like SNAP, Medicaid, or SSI, you can get Amazon Prime at 50% off? I'm not being paid to tell you this. This is a deal, $6.99 a month versus the regular $14.99, and that gives you access to 2-day free shipping. You can watch Prime videos for free, upload as many pictures onto Amazon system as possible for storage, and you get 50% off my Amazon Prime at $6.99 a month if you are on food stamps, Medicaid, or SSI. You go to their website and you can sign up with your Medicaid card or your SNAP card. Another big discount for seniors is T-Mobile, offering 2 lines for $60 a month, unlimited data, and they're offering you Apple TV, Netflix, and AAA membership in addition. And they have family plans that you can add. It is called the 55 plus plan and is the signature senior plan. Check it out. National parks. Did you know that you can pay $20 as a senior for national park membership and you get an annual visit to over 2,000 national parks? You get 50% off amenity fees, free parking, and it covers up to 4 adults. And if you want even a bigger discount, you can get $80 for a lifetime pass to over 2,000 national parks if you're a senior over the age of 62 or older. Walgreens has senior days on the first Tuesday of the month. You get 20% off. So if you have things that you buy from Walgreens, essentials that you want to stockpile, wait till the first Tuesday of the month and go to Walgreens and get 20% off your purchase as a senior, and you can stockpile on essentials. All you need is a valid ID. It applies in store or online. Kohl's has a special discount every Wednesday for seniors over 60 years old, 15% discount every Wednesday on select brands. It applies in-store purchases only. If you have a valid ID, you can get access to this discount. And you can combine it with Kohl's Cash to get even bigger savings. IHOP, 20% off savings available all day, valid for dining only, and it's a seniors benefit. And you can get early bird specials on top of that and be able to save even more. Lens Crafters, if you have AARP membership, you can get 30% off sunglasses, 50% off lenses, 10% off contacts, and $55 eye exam co-pays. If you have an AARP membership, this is a great deal for those who have those membership, and it's at Lens Crafters. Sam's Club. If you don't know, Sam's Club works like Costco and BJ's. And if you're a senior, now considered at age 50 plus, which is nice, you get $20 for what normally costs $50 in Sam's Club membership. That's 60% off the regular price. And you get access to all these savings, including pharmacy items. All you need is an ID.me verification, and you get access to full club memberships. And then Amtrak, 10% off rail fares in Canada and the US. No blackout dates. All you need is an ID card when you're making the purchase. And then Denny's, 15% off for AARP members, valid in-store and online, all-day availability, and there's a special 55 plus menu if you are interested. And then Papa John's has discounts for AARP members, 20% off online orders, and you can stack up orders in addition to this discount. So that is another great savings that you can get. And then finally, DoorDash. If you're a senior, you're struggling with mobility, then DoorDash is for you. These guys are going to give you 25% off your first order, and they can deliver groceries and food. And even if you're on food stamps, you can shop on DoorDash and have it delivered to you. So, guys, this is all I wanted to share with you today on this Saturday evening, and I hope that it's been helpful to you. If you like what you heard, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow when I do another live covering senior discounts and financial help that seniors could get that you may not be aware of, but are out there. I'm going to bring you a long list of 20 financial assistance programs for seniors that a lot of people do not know exist, but should be using. And I'll see you tomorrow.